Hey guys, F126 here, and welcome back to some more high quality gameplay on F1 2018 here for round 5 of ILR around Spain. And after our race going extremely well last time out in Baku, we're hoping to add to some more points that we got in Bahrain and China, and not Baku because we died. Here at Spain, as you can see, currently on our outlap on the soft tyres, which we should be able to put in a low 17, which should get us near the front, depending on how many people go on super softs. But we've hit the Renault there, and our front wings come off, and we're rather lacking in time to get back to the pits. Joker did get a grid penalty for that from the game, which was a bit harsh in my opinion. There wasn't really anything either of us should be doing, but I'm not particularly sure how he's managed to drop it there. But oh well. As you can see, because the game's bad, and despite the fact that we've been asking since like F1 2010, you still can't do a pit stop in qualifying, so we're still waiting for the team to push me back into the garage, and I've immediately selected to go back on track, but the team decided, no, we'll put on the tyre blankets. Yes, let's put them on. We have a lot of time to play here. It's not like there's 1 minute left in the session. I'm not going to be able to do a lap, and I'm going to be starting near the back. But now they've realised that I need to get out on track. But as you'll see in the top right, any moment now, as I'm released. Now they're still taking their time, 1 minute 13, not enough time to get a lap in. And that's us retiring from the session pretty much. And hopefully we're not inside the top 10, so we don't have to start on the super soft tyres. But yeah, we're 10th. As you can see, it's Pelzeri on pole from a maze with Bloomston, the top soft runner, who I probably could have beaten if I managed to get a soft lap in. But these things happen. We're 10th. We have to do the 2-stop now. Super soft, soft, I think it is. And yeah, not what I intended to do. I think my pace is still good enough. So a podium's still definitely on the cards here, but Bloomston will probably be too quick for us, I reckon. And maybe some of the other top guys on softs. I didn't really get a look at the quality times, but Bloomston's was pretty quick, a 17.1. I would have maybe been able to beat that, but I'm not sure. But obviously we have to be aggressive off the start here. We have the better tyres, so we should get the better launch. It's 5 lights now, and it's lights out, and away we go here for round 5 of ILR at Spain. Our start's not been spectacular. Tomas has actually had a better start. So we're getting in the slipstream now of the Haas of Jamie, but there's nowhere for us to go. But a gap now opens up the inside. We're going to dive it in there. We gained 3 places already. Midsea's able to hang it around the outside, but he's compromised himself through turn 2. We're able to get the cut back on both him and Chris as we fly around the outside of turn 3. This has been an unreal start if we can hang it around the outside towards turn 4. Chris still hanging it in there as he will. We'll need to leave him the space on the apex. We leave him just enough space. Joss, who's lagging on the outside, he's on the grass, and we managed to get past him as well. And that's up 6 places in a sector here, as Chris is still having a look on the outside, but we should get the better traction with the superior tyres, and indeed we do. So what a start there from me, as Chris now tucks in behind us. Up 6 places, probably one of my best ever starts in league racing, along with the F1 League Silverstone from season 6, I think it was, which unfortunately I didn't upload, but yeah. We're up 6 places here, and that's exactly what we needed if we want to have any chance of a good result in this race. We've now only got Bloomston and the 2 other super soft runners ahead of us, and we'll be looking to clear Bloomston as quickly as possible so we can get in a fast 5, 6 or 7 laps on these super softs before switching over to the double soft stint to take us towards the end of the race as we come through the final sector now. And sticking nicely with him, but as you will see off the last chicane, what my problem was, I was just so slow through that chicane, and we've dropped miles back from the Dutchman, I think, in the Ferrari there. He's probably not Dutch. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so we're not going to be able to have a look this time round as we head down towards turn 1 for the second time. But he's braked unbelievably early there, and we've hit him. And there goes our left front end plate. And just to add insult to injury, already being screwed in qualifying, we've now got a lot of understeer, as you can see, and Chris is having a look up the inside of turn 4. I wasn't particularly pleased. I thought Williamson had braked ridiculously early there. We're going to go for the cutback through turn 4, getting very aggressive on the exit here, squeezing him to the edge of the track. That was probably a bit unnecessary for myself, but I wasn't very happy, understandably, because I braked at the normal point and was about 2 to 3 tenths behind Williamson. I managed to hit him in the back there, but we managed to defend from Chris for the time being, which is doesn't mean much because we are coming into the pits at the end of this lap, because there's no point staying out with a damaged wing around any track really. So we'll head into the pits, we'll get the wing changed. We'll have to do soft medium now because the softs won't do 31 laps between them unless you want to stretch them a lot as we mount that curb there. So we'll have to put a medium stint in there. We'll go for the mediums first and then softs at the end so we can be absolutely rapid when everyone else of the one-stoppers is on their set of mediums, and hopefully still make our way back through the field for some solid points. Hopefully there'll be a safety car, but it's crap, it doesn't work. Although the new update, which came out after this race, did increase the frequency of the safety car or something. It's probably not going to. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, into the pits for a set of medium tyres and a new front wing for the longest pit stop of the century. Well, at least it will feel like it. We're going to be in P16. Jostu's also got damage somewhere along with 2 other guys, so we're not last at least, but we've still got a lot of work to do if we want to fight up towards the front here as we get on the traction on the exit, a bit of wheel spin. But we're going to push on these tyres. The mediums last forever, so we're going to give it some and see what we can do. Flying Rouge sees the next car up ahead in 15th, as you can see by the track map. I'm not very good at estimating time, but he's quite far ahead. I'd say 10 to 15 seconds or so, and we need to try and catch that. As you can see, skipping a couple of laps later to the end of lap 4, our nemesis from qualifying, Joker, has managed to put it in the wall again somewhere and lost his front wing, and he will peel off into the pits there. So that's us up into P15 already, and Pelzeri has also come into the pits and is not horrendously far ahead of us, so that's good. He was the net race, well, not the net race leader, but the leader before, as we've got someone taking the MotoGP line there. So that's us up to 14th as Bibbins having a look up the inside of Pelzeri into the hairpin at the end of the straight there. He's had a look, but not really, and we're just able to go around the outside as Pelzeri explores some interesting lines on the exit. So yeah, we've caught Pelzeri, who was the top super soft runner, so this isn't looking too bad. Pelzeri is on the softs, so he should be slightly quicker than us, but we'll have to see, as we've got Revolution, I think that is, ahead of us in 11th, holding up Pelzeri, and hopefully we'll both be able to get past on this straight, but my lack of ability at getting a good exit is going to cost us there, as there's cars in the pits, so we're up into 11th already as Pelzeri has a look up the inside. We're going to brake early, no point chucking up the inside. Revolution's running a bit deep there, we're just going to cut off his line through turn 2 as Pelzeri cuts the corner, as we're now back in the points, and that's net points because everyone who's pitted this early will not be able to go to the end, so this is a net position of P10 here. As you can see, skipping to the end of the next lap, Joggler has come into the pits, and that's us up into P9, and he also won't be able to go to the end, I suspect. And that's us up into a net P9. Now we skip to the end of lap 11, and people pitting on this lap will be going to the end of their mediums, and I'm assuming there are people in the pits. Yes, it's Tomas, so that moves us up into 8th, but we're going to have to gain the pit stop, well, slightly less than a pit stop back on him if we want to beat him. As we skip to the end of the next lap, there'll be more people in the pits, which should move us up more places. Dazfel moves us up into P7 as we're closing a bit on Pelzeri there, but not quite close enough, as the tyres, we've stuck with him nicely. We've got a bird's eye view, no, front seat view of his corner cutting as we caught Midsi, who wasn't particularly quick this week actually, the championship leader, so hopefully we can come out near him when we make our stop in a couple of laps. Pelzeri's softs have started to go off. I was pretty happy that I was able to keep with him whilst I was on mediums, he was on softs, and now it's our time to pounce. His tyres are in slightly worse condition than mine, and we're going to be having a look at some point on this lap to move us up into what will be P4 amazingly, although obviously we do have to make another pit stop. So fingers crossed for someone to throw it in the wall somewhere and to give us a safety car, but I don't think the chances of that are particularly high, to be honest, so we'll just have to sit behind Pelzeri for the moment and see what we can do, as we've taken a very, very interesting line through there. We won't talk about that, but yeah, Pelzeri is holding us up now, so I want to get rid of him and hopefully get a move on up the field so I can make the most of the last few laps of my medium stint before switching over to the softs for the last 15 or so laps of the race. As we now have the DRS here, this is a potential opportunity for us up the inside of the Haas into whatever turn this is, 10 I think, and we've got the move done up into P4. As you can see, Bwimson is ahead. He has already pit and is now a pit stop ahead of us, so yeah, fair play to him. He's looking pretty good for the win this time round, and that will make it 5 different winners in 5 if he can take it as we head through the chicane. The last soft runner should be pitting on this lap, which will hopefully move us up into P2 as Pelzeri comes in for what can only be a set of mediums to take him to the end, so he's not confident enough to do super soft, 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 and he backs out there, and hopefully we'll come out not too far behind him when we come in for a set of softs in a few laps time. And we're going to actually bring the pit stop early because as you can see at the bottom of the screen, Joggler retired there, so in anticipation of a safety car, shock it didn't come out, but in more hope than expectation I came in here. Jeff said I could do these last 15 laps on the softs. Hopefully he's not lying. He should be able to. You can do 13 laps plus quali at the start of the race, so with the lower fuel, it should be doable. And we're going to drop well down the field because of the fact that there wasn't a safety car as we dropped behind Ultra Stealth and probably Pelzeri as well to drop us down to P9 here. But we are ahead of Midseas, so his pace really wasn't very good. Even with the undercut on me and Pelzeri, he's miles behind, and that will allow us to finish at a lowest of 9th today, although Josu needs to still pit again as he pitted early as well, so hopefully a lowest of 8th, but we're on the soft and everyone else ahead of us is on the mediums at this point, so it's time to push and hopefully we can get some decent points out of here. As you can see already, that's a free position. Josu's dropped it through turn 4 and we managed to avoid him there. That's us up into P8 already, and we just need to push on now for this last stint and hopefully we can get some more decent points. At this point I'm thinking 4th is definitely still possible here. We haven't got a penalty yet, and that's crucial. A lot of people will get penalties around this track as we work behind Pelzeri now. We're going to go for an optimistic dive into turn 5. We got the car stopped nice and easy. Pelzeri still learning no line, I think, so maybe a bit cautious. That's a very difficult corner to do without the line. There's no real braking point, you just guess. So that's us up into P7 already. Next up, Ultra Stealth, making his debut this week as a reserve. And we're going to see if we can catch him and pass him as well to move ourselves up with an even better chance of getting some solid points as we set the purple middle sector on our way as well. As you can see, really pushing hard at this point as we've taken a lot of curb there and the back end's gone. Can we save it? No, we've gone round there and we try and rejoin, but we realise Midseas there and we can't do that. We have to wait for him to go past. We spin the car back round, we get passed by Adam Lee's lap car, and that's all our hard work and some undone as we're back down to P9 behind Midseas this time as the tyres need to cool down a bit now. But yeah, that's unfortunate. 100% my mistake. I'll hold my hands up. That's poor from me. I know that you can't ride that curb with the setup I was running, and I paid the price there of a spin and 10 or so seconds lost. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for us, I'm going to guess. Any chance of a solid result is now gone as we just need to bring the car round. Maybe catch back up to Midseas, I don't know. We were quite far behind, and hopefully we can just bring it home for whatever is available for us. I'll take any few points from this race now. And yeah, unfortunate, but I was just trying to push to get the result I felt that I could have had without the issues that I faced in qualifying and on lap 2 there, and it's my mistake and I'll hold my hands up for that this week. And so I wasn't too annoyed because unlike last week where I got taken out, this time it was my fault as we head through turn number 9 there. We've lost it on the curve and that's us into the wall, and yeah, not really what I wanted, and that is race over there once again. So apologies to Gorsh and everyone at ILR once again for my poor finishing record for the past 2 weeks. Unfortunately I won't be there in Monaco because I'm away for the weekend, so I'll see you for Canada, which should be a good one of my best tracks. Hopefully I can have a incident-free race for the first time since China and get a good result. But yeah, results are on screen if I can be bothered to find them. I think Bloomson run, as I said, so 5 from 5. Chris Mack-Jones in 2nd and Jamie in 3rd. So yeah, that's been it for today, guys. I'll see you very soon for whatever the next highlights video is. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.